Well, good morning, guys, and welcome to the show, Fernando.
Oh, we have the same shirts. Welcome to the show.
No, different. Yours has a star, mine doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember I said we made none of them that were the same. Either way, hey guys, today we have a Bronco.
No way.
I know, these are becoming like Jeep Wranglers. I'm excited though, because this one is a first for us in that we've been getting a lot of the non-amplified Broncos, which are great. We've worked our way through all those, but this one is a BO system. So today, you're gonna learn all about integrating into a Bronco with the factory Bang & Olufsen system. We're putting a banging system in this thing. Banging, bro. And yeah, let's just roll the intro and I'll tell you all about it. So for those of you that are new to the Bronco, let's hop inside and we'll take a look at what is happening and we'll just kind of work our way through it. First off, this one does come with the big touchscreen. How sexy is that? As you can see, the nice thing about having shiny touchscreens in your dash is that, well, we know exactly where you touch most of the time, which is right there. How cool is that? So this Bronco is got a center channel located up here behind this grill here. We have speakers in the corner here. You have this cool little BO logo. This is a 4.5 all the way across the dash, another one over there. We have a 6.5 down here in the kick that absolutely sucks. In the rear of the vehicle, located behind the hard to see headrest, that guy, you can see that little thing right there is a 4-inch. And then if we head to the back of the vehicle, we can see the factory subwoofer is located right here along with the factory amplifier. As you can see, this guy is going to upgrade to a box on the tailgate. This is an MTI box for a JL Audio sub. We are going to be putting in a whole bunch of fun and excitement into this because, hey, it already has a Bang & Olufsen system in it. It's a premium audio system, so a basic upgrade is probably not what you want to do in this. It's DSP'd, it's got equalization, it's got time, it's got all the fun things from the fact, much as you might not like it, it's still done to it. So a basic 5-channel upgrade in this, probably kind of silly. And if you're just gonna plan on putting tweeters in the dash, where there's a 4-inch, okay, bad idea. Let's see what we're gonna be doing here. He is doing the 6.5-inch pods. These are MTI pods for the rear. He had already ordered these before he came to us and we're like, yeah, you got them, we'll put them in. I'm not really a fan of 6.5s in the rear just because these are tiny boxes. To me, it just seems counterproductive. You go with what you like. Anyways, we got these. We're gonna put in a set of Focal Flax 6.5s in there. Love these speakers. We also have a set of Focal 6.5-inch components that we are gonna be adding the 2.5 to. So we're gonna be doing a full 3-way set up front. We're gonna be using a Nighthawk and a Blackbird from Arc Audio. Blackbird is the 8-channel DSP with 12 channels of output. The Nighthawk is gonna power this right here, which is the JL Audio 13 TW5 V2. And then we have these, which is gonna allow us to integrate these in the tweeter and the dash. These are the Stereo Steve dash panels, which we'll take a look at in a minute. We have a grill for the sub as needed. Integration for this is going to be done using the AP4 FD31. We have some Sound Shield sound treatment in order to take care of the rattles that you're going to get in that front speaker. He also got the MTI front speaker brackets. We'll take a look at those in a little bit. We might modify these to more of our liking. So that's the equipment we're putting in. Now we need to head over to the vehicle and get started. Let's hop inside and Fernando's going to tell us about getting to these factory speakers.
Removing the dash grills on the Bronco, grab your pry tool and just carefully pry it out. Kind of work your way around, and this one comes out very easily. It has 5 metal clips. Just be careful, don't pry it from here. If you do, just carefully try and don't pull it this way. It has 2 7mm and the 4-inch comes out. You have your clip, push down, and the speaker comes out.
Let's take this over to the bench and we'll see what we're going to replace this with. Let's take a look at some speakers that are going in this. These are some of our #1 selling speakers, one of my personal favorites, the Focal Flax series. Now, the original people that sold them on the system, we were not the intended seller on this. Somebody else put together a system for me, brought it to us, and we changed all of it because, well, most of it wasn't really going to work in the vehicle. They had it set up for a 6.5-inch mid bass and a tweeter in the top of the dash, taking out this coaxial 4-inch driver that's in there from the factory. That's right, this is a coaxial. We have a tweeter here in the center, a mid bass here in the back, and the plan from the original was to remove this and just put this in there. Luckily, we were like, that's a really bad idea. Let's not do that. So we got him a pair of the Focal Flax 2.5-inch mid-range to make this a 3-way set. This set of the Flax is the PS 165 FXEs. And it comes with a 2-way passive crossover located here. Focal does make some of the prettiest looking crossovers for sure out there. Nice, big, not very easy to put. These are made to be on display. Fortunately, we're not going to be using them. We have the TAM tweeter. I like to call the coffee tweeter because it has this like coffee look to it that's really nice. It comes with this ring around it. You can remove the ring by pushing down, and you can also remove the grill if you need to get just to the tweeter itself. For right now, we are going to leave those things on because we don't want any damage to happen to it. The mid bass is this guy right here. This is the Focal, and it says right here laser etched in the top, made in France, as well as all true Focal speakers are gonna have this serial number here laser etched in the surround. So if you've ever got a Focal and you're like, hey, how do I make sure it's legit? It's right there. What makes the Flax so unique is that it uses this cone, which is a flaxseed cone. Big magnet on the back. It does have this plastic on there, so make sure you remove it. This has like a record look to it. It's really kind of pretty. Aluminum basket, nice size voice coil, butyl rubber surround. This thing should sound fantastic in the kick. In the dash, to sit next to our tweeter, this guy right here. This is the 2.5-inch mid-range. This is the PS 165 F3E. Same Flax material cone, butyl rubber surround, aluminum basket. Speaker terminals on these are really nice. They're not just generic speaker terminals. They are screwed into place. This is a premium speaker that's going to give us a premium sound. Comparing what we're putting in to what we're taking out, this is the 4-inch speaker that was in the dash. You can see there's that tweeter that is located in there. The BO system basically has a 3-way set up front: tweeter, mid-range, mid-bass. The non-BO system, this tweeter is not in it. That's why it doesn't have that really nice tick to it. It's kind of lifeless. But if we took this out and just replaced it with this one little tweeter, all that nice vocal range that comes out of the top of the dash would be gone. You wouldn't have that nice sound, and everything would have to then come out of the kick panel or from behind your head. So it's going to have this weird effect to it. I don't recommend it. So then the next question is how are we going to take and move this and somehow get both of these in place? Of course, you could probably make a cool little coaxial like this, which isn't a crazy idea, but no. For that, we had him reach out to a friend of ours, Stereo Steve, that makes a really nice pair of dash pods for this. Comes with a bag of screws, and they wrap everything in these microfiber cloths, which is kind of nice. And they're nice microfiber cloths. They feel good. All right. Get this off here, pull this open and pull it out, and here we have them. They're the 3D printed grills to go up into the dash. This guy here will fit just like this. TAM tweeter is designed to drop into place here. There is a little notch located right there that matches up with a little notch that is on the tweeter, and these guys should really tight. I don't want to push them all the way in yet, but yeah, it's going to friction fit and stick into place, and what we'll end up with is something that looks like this up in the dash. I'm pretty excited to do that for sure.
If you never remove the kick panel speaker on the Bronco, it's 2 pieces, one in the middle, one in the front, and of course the B pillar. To remove in the front speaker, we're gonna start here. Grab your fingers. You don't have to pull it crazy. This one comes out very easy. There you go. So it has a bunch of clips. We have our toes so we don't lose any screws from the top or from the bottom. So we just put them in there. The front piece, same thing. Just grab it. On the right side of the door, we have another clip. So grab your pry tool carefully. You just have to pull it out a little bit. Then there you go, that's a clip. Remove the grill. The grill has some clips. Same thing. Start from the front and pops out. It has 2 clips on the front and 2 tabs that you just have to slide this way. And now, you see, comes out very easily.
Is it fragile?
It's very, very fragile. So you can see, like, this is very flimsy. We're gonna do some work in this later on. Then from there, we have 3 7mm. It's like a regular 4. Your factory clip on the bottom, push down, and we have our 6.5.
All right, let's take it over to the bench and see what we're gonna replace it with.